recording.
Dude, you know what's the most annoying thing ever?
What's the
When
most
you're
annoying
like
thing?
recording a voice memo for somebody or like recording a video that's like really important and you spent like, maybe 10 minutes recording this video or you, are sending like a 5-minute voice memo to somebody and like at the last minute you get like a call and then all of it stops. And it's like you just ruined my voice memo.
Yeah, I've never done
Dude, that
that
happened to me
before.
the other day.
I don't really
I
send
was
voice
recording a
memos
voice
that
memo for
long.
somebody and then I got a call and I'm like, gosh, I put it on Do Not Disturb and then I re-record it. And then somebody had double dialed me so that it went through my Do Not
Oh
Disturb and
gosh.
then I recorded it again. So I go back and forth on Do Not Disturb because I don't know if it's irrational, but I'm like, I need to have some way that somebody can get a can reach through to me,
Yeah,
even if I'm on Do Not Disturb in case there's an emergency.
yeah,
But then also, if I'm on Do Not Disturb, sometimes things will get through that'll like mess up my like there's a reason I don't want to be disturbed. I'm like relaxing and like when somebody reaches out, then it kind of gets me out of my wind down
yeah,
zone, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Does that resonate with you at all?
yeah, yeah, it does. Like I don't like when I get thrown out of my rhythm. Like when I'm making music and like people are messaging me or like pushing through the do not disturb and it pops up on my laptop and I feel like I have to respond.
Yeah.
I just don't like when I'm in the zone and I get taken out of the zone.
What are your thoughts on if you have like nothing the first, beginning of the day, but then you have like something at the end of the day?
Why do I feel like
Does
I'm not
that
in the middle of my screen? Am I in the middle? I feel like I'm on the left side. Oh well.
Yeah, there you go. Wait. You need to move this way.
Why though?
Oh, not that way. That's the wrong way.
What?
No, move the other way because I'm mirrored, I think. I don't know. That's good. You're middle. You're in the
Okay,
middle.
whatever. It doesn't look
I
like that
mean,
on my
you can
screen.
move a
Oh
little
my
bit
gosh.
more, but
I have my my camera up. Hold on,
also
give me
your
one
camera
second.
can recenter on Google Meet. Like you can
Huh?
recenter yourself. You can reframe yourself on Google Meet.
Oh, I can.
Like hover over your person and then press like
Reframe.
the person.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
There you go. But does that resonate with you? Like when you have nothing at the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day you have something and like it kind of like affects your beginning of the day with nothing? Like it's hard to I low key just get anxious about that one thing at the end of the day. And then the whole day I'm like kind of tweaking out. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Usually it's on like days that I work at my serving job
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Like
oh
the beginning
gosh.
of the day you have, but then know you have to go to work.
Yeah, yeah, because like I know I'm gonna need like a lot of energy to like wait tables.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is something.
Yeah,
That is something.
yeah, I don't like that.
Dude, how is progress going with I know that you guys are I've been seeing the real estate meeting posts and stuff.
Yeah, it's going
How's it
really well.
going?
Um, we're like we're testing out of our coursework uh next Tuesday, and then the next Tuesday we're getting married and having our ceremony, and then the Tuesday
That's so
after
exciting.
that we're gonna take our state test. So we'll be licensed 3 weeks from now.
Dude, what is it like about to get married? What's that like? How does it feel?
It's exciting, dude. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like since we already did it like legally, like we're already like technically like married. It's kind of like a spiritual marriage at this point. Um,
Yeah.
like getting married before God. Um, so like it kind of feels like we're like already halfway there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were legally married.
Yeah, yeah. We went to the courthouse in November. um, in Nashville actually, and just like got married, like
Wow.
signed all the papers and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it feels really good, and it'll be like an emotional experience, no doubt. Uh, but I I like have known this for a while, you know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like I'm just like I'm ready, um, and I'm just enjoying every moment of the present time, you know, and cherishing time as it comes.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that? Like whenever I have something I'm looking forward to or like usually it's a trip,
Yeah,
you know, like a trip where I'm going somewhere with people that I love, which is kind of like getting married, right?
yeah,
And I always like it's interesting because like the cumulative joy that I will experience from this one experience isn't like when I'm there. I think that a lot of the joy comes like before it, like planning up for it, you know, anticipating this, you know, fun time. And then obviously it's a good time.
yeah,
And then a lot of the joy also comes from like remembering that
yeah,
time and like looking
yeah,
back at photos.
yeah,
And it's so interesting how it's not just like the experience that's joyful. It's like anticipating it and then thinking about it
yeah,
is like where most of the joy comes from, which is weird.
yeah, yeah. It is really cool how that works. Because I feel like a lot of times, like my memories about an experience will actually be better than the actual experience. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I'll remember it being more joyful than it actually was when I was experiencing it in the moment.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
that's true, man.
I think back to like certain like just times in life when I did something and like I don't even know. Like I was out with friends and like I'll remember a certain experience that I had and thinking back on it, I'm like, dang, dude, like I wish I could go back to that. But at the same time, it's like in that moment, I probably wasn't as happy as I am looking back on it
Oh
and
my
thinking I
gosh.
was, you know?
I resonate with that so much. Like looking back at a lot of it is like looking back at like, you know, videos or pictures when I was like hanging out with my friends way more often and like lived
Yeah,
in Illinois still. And I look back at those like videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Like that was amazing. Like I wanna go back to that feeling where like there was, you know, no care in the world and we were just having fun.
yeah,
But then I remember when I think about it deeper, I remember that when I was in that point, I was like, oh my gosh, all I want to do in my life is like have freedom and like be able to work towards something.
yeah,
Because when you're like in school, like you don't have autonomy over your own life. And well, you have some autonomy, but not like complete autonomy over your life.
yeah,
And you can't, like, for me, it was like I couldn't start anything entrepreneurship wise because I was like 17. So I couldn't even get a sales job. I couldn't, like get into real estate. And I was just like, had this, all I want is to like be able to work towards this thing. And then
yeah,
now that I'm there, I'm like, man, I wish I could go back. And real in reality, it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. And the grass isn't always greener. It's not. There's no perfect scenario. Like there's upsides to being able to hang out with your friends every day, and there's upsides to being able to like work on your dream,
yeah,
and there's downsides to both things. You have to take the good with the bad.
yeah, yeah. And the balance is where you find the most joy, I think. You know, having a balance between the two.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Because like if everything was good, then nothing would be good.
Yeah,
In terms of like relative happiness.
Yeah.
Like you have to feel down to know what it feels like to, feel good. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were some of the other questions you had written down?
Dude, I was actually gonna go to that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for these.
Yeah.
They're gonna be very underwhelming because I like low key wrote down one. I wrote down like one when we were on the call and then one like when I got here. But there's four total. I don't even know how that happened. Okay. So, well, the first one that's the freshest in my mind that I just wrote down is that it's not a question, but I think you should listen to this. It's very interesting. I'm listening to this podcast right now. And it's like, do you know the podcast Diary of a CEO with
Yeah.
Stephen Bartlett? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this podcast where it's like an agnostic or like slash atheist. And then they also have like a psychiatrist that also like puts spiritual like um Eastern philosophy and spirituality, religion into his psychiatry practices, and then a Christian. And they're
Yeah.
like all three having a conversation
Interesting.
about 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 the crisis of people not having purpose in today's everyday life.
Okay.
So that brings me to my next question. First of all, I'm going to send you the link. It's a great podcast. I haven't
Yeah.
finished it,
Yeah. I'd love to listen to that.
but I when it comes to like community in the church, I the reason I wrote this down is because I saw one of your Instagram posts and you were like singing. What would you call that? Singing
A
not
worship song?
gospel. Yes, a worship song.
Yeah.
And the amount of comments that I saw from like people that probably like go to your church,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that's a lot of comments.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, never being in that realm, what is the community like for you there, and how is it different to other communities you've been in?
Um, honestly, honestly, this church community has been the best church community that I've ever been in. Like a lot of times, I feel like church communities kind of have a facade over them, and people are kind of like I don't want to say fake nice to each other, but they kind of like are trying too hard to be nice because they want to come off as like a good Christian or whatever.
Yeah,
And I see that a lot at church, a lot of different churches. But this church, I don't know if it's just because we're like in the South and like people are just like more like, I guess they have more of like a hospitality gene to them, or like they just like are
yeah,
naturally like more hospitable and like care about you more. Um, but yeah, this church, I've genuinely like made like a lot of friends at this church, and like it's just a great community. Like every time I go there, like there's so many people that I get to like just say hi to and just like talk to and get like catch up with, you know? Um,
I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people in any religion and in any religion have a higher sense of happiness is I'm not saying this is the only reason, but I think the community factor is one of the biggest reasons because I'm not like at this point in my life, I'm not like in a community that I constantly insert myself in, but I periodically will like be in certain community settings.
mhm.
Um, and it just makes you so much happier and all the research on what community does for your health and like people that are in tight knit communities
Yeah.
and I saw this study where it was like the perception and like interactions you have with strangers is like a direct uh, correlation to your happiness. So
Yeah.
like the community that you're in will make you happier and make you live longer,
Mm-hmm.
just in general. Like if you look at the, people that live the longest, it's not just because of diet, it's not just because of sleep, it's because of community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly why God made Eve when he made Adam, because Adam needed somebody to have relationship with in this world.
Yeah.
Like we all need relationship and we all need community. We all need people to, and that's also why he said multiply and be fruitful. Like people need people, you know?
Yeah. Do you have any hesitation like going into a community or a social setting?
Yeah, dude, I actually have like quite a bit of social anxiety.
Like I guess maybe this is social anxiety, but like that when you're in community, it's good, but like when you're not there and you're just like, let's say, at your house, you don't really, it's hard to get yourself to do that. Like you don't in the moment want to go insert yourself in a community.
Yeah, I would say overall, yeah. Like I don't feel like drawn to like go out into the world most of the time and like actually be a part of the community. But once I'm like in it and once I say once I get like comfortable in that community, that's when I feel like yeah, it's actually good for me. Even though I still struggle with like some anxieties during social situations while I'm there, um like I don't know, I just have a like really, how do I say, like I'm kind of like sensitive to like judgment and I'm sensitive to like people pleasing.
Yeah.
Um, so that kind of still gets to me, but like it's just something I'm working on.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Here, let me see if I had any other. Okay, this is gonna definitely change the vibe here. But dude, you know what I've caught myself doing?
Huh.
Shaking my phone to undo text.
For real?
Yes,
Dude,
bro.
it's so good though. It's actually good.
Dude, I thought it was like I thought it was BS, bro. I was like, nobody does this, bro.
Nah, bro, it's pretty nice.
W-
It's pretty nice to
Why
know.
would I, have to undo something? And ever since you did that, like I realized that I would put so much more work in, and I would like, like double tap it and then like scroll and
Yeah.
like select all of it and then delete it.
Yeah.
But dude, I've just been shaking my phone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? Okay, so you know that Exorcist podcast that you talk about?
Um, which
Or
one?
or there was one
The one that I
where
sent you, like,
the one
or
in Nashville.
yeah,
There was an Exorcist in Nashville.
yeah, I think was that Michael Knowles' podcast? Maybe.
It was. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Did I ever tell you that like
You've been to his
well,
church.
let me ask what?
You've been to his church, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You told me that.
Yeah. And now my mom lives in Colombia and she just goes there all the time.
Really?
Which is here's another thing when I thought about that. I was like I looked at his YouTube and you know how like you is it, I might be wrong, but don't you take like an oath to poverty in the Catholic Church when you become a priest?
Um, honestly, I don't know like a whole lot about like Catholicism, but um I know that like priests and like priesthood is very strict. Like you can't get married, uh you can't have certain things. You have to live in a certain place.
Yeah. And so when I looked at his YouTube, he has like a couple 100,000 subscribers, I think, and like is averaging like 50K views or something like that.
Hmm.
And I was like, this dude's making like probably like 4 or 5 grand a month from YouTube. Where does this money go? Like he must be more wealthy than the average priest. And I think that's fine. Like if he's adding value to the marketplace and like is helping more people, get on with his belief system that he believes in and is helping people, then I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he deserves to have more financial incentive to keep doing that. But then I also think about it, it's like if you're, if every other priest is making, a certain amount of money and
It
he's making
says
four.
it says
Go ahead.
most priests do not take a formal vow on Google, although all are called to live simply. It says, as far as possessions, they are permitted to own property and manage their own finances, but they're permitted to live
Okay.
simply. They receive a salary. Um, yeah,
Do you know what their salary is, just out of curiosity?
I have no idea. What is a priest? It's probably different for every church.
Yeah.
What is a priest's salary? It says 25 to 58,000 per year.
Oh, that's a big range.
Yeah,
But
but even 58,000 is not that much.
no. But I mean, to be fair, they have their housing, taken care of and
Yeah,
they're supposed to live simply.
yeah,
But that means that, that priest is probably making could be in the hundreds, bro, which is interesting.
uh-huh.
I just don't associate the financial or wealth with a priest.
Yeah. I would say like the Pope is probably, I mean, I don't know if he's like super wealthy, but
Bro, I saw a
he's
picture
definitely
of
very
him with the
influential.
Rolex on the other day.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say. Maybe
Remember,
AI.
he was wearing a diamond chain, bro, and he had like a Rolex on. Yeah.
That
Oh
would be
my gosh.
crazy.
That would be crazy, bro. All right,
Um,
that's it. That's all the questions I had for you, bro.
oh really?
Is there any, I know you didn't write any down, but were there any thoughts that crossed your mind for me?
Um,
It's fine if the answer is no.
well, yeah, I just had a few like real estate ones though. They're kind
Let's
of
do
just
it.
um, like I was thinking if you could go back to like the first day you had your real estate license, what would be your plan for your first few months?
This depends on the brokerage. So the brokerage you're with, do they provide you with leads?
Yeah,
What
some.
kind? Are they just some? Okay.
Yeah, because we have to get our own as well.
To be honest, I would get into like right off the bat.
Uh-huh.
Right off the bat, this is gonna sound crazy, but I would not like even try at real estate until I have enough saved up for 6 months of expenses. I would quit any other job that I had at the time, get a coach. I don't care who it is. You can use any coach that has been, successfully trains agents to, you know, make 6 figures plus a year. I use Brandon Morenin. I know some people, use Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, um, Jackie Kravitz, Brian or Buffini and Company. Like all of these people that have proven track records, just get a coach and just do everything that they have laid out in their program and just dedicate literally all of your time to it. And you need to be working like 60 to 80 hours a week.
Oh,
That's
wow.
genuinely what I would tell myself
Yeah.
is work 60 to 80 hours a week, do exactly get in coaching right away, go all in. Don't like there's no it took me so long to realize how hard it was going to be and how consistent I had to be and how I had to just
Go all in
pick a
with it.
proven system and go all in and just because like dude, I don't know if you know this, like I took 5 listings last month, 3 rental, 2 for sale listings. And I think that I could have done that way earlier.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you
had
had put in the time.
Yeah, and coaching has been so important to me. I would not be here if it wasn't for coaching. And finding a finding an accountability group that like you talk to every day, not just for accountability, but just like people that are on the same path
Yeah.
and talking to them every single day.
Yeah.
And like, dude, if I was talking to myself right now when I first started, I would just like say like you don't even know what hard work and consistency looks like. You need to just like you can't be, kind of in, kind of not.
Yep.
And you have to just get a coach as like, guru e as that sounds like just find somebody and just do everything they say and just work your ass off.
So what's the
That's what I
most
would say.
valuable thing you've learned so far about real estate?
Knowing what hard work and consistency feels like. It's the number one thing.
Is connections uh like a fruit of that hard work? Is that like an important part of real estate?
What do you mean by connections?
Knowing other people um who deal with real estate, like who are other licensees or other investors or brokers.
Licensees and brokers, I don't think so. I think you need one person that you can go to for technical questions like a broker.
Mm.
And then I think you need one person to go to for sales questions because it's a sales business. It's not like a normal job. It's like you're in sales, so you need to go to somebody for sales advice and somebody for practical real estate advice. Those are the 2 people you need. When it comes to like other agents, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why
Like
not?
that will get you nowhere
Be-
because asking all of these different people for advice will just confuse you because everybody gets their business in a different way. You
yeah.
need to find one way and you just need to talk to that one person. Because the problem is like I would just ask everybody for advice and then I would have this laundry list of things to do. And if I'm not consistent in one of them and just continue to do that, then I'm not going to succeed at any of them.
So, is it so I went to a real estate meeting one time and they were like talking about how you could kind of like mingle with the other licensees. I think it was like within a team and like kind of like help each other out I don't even really know how it was supposed to work, but like doing work for each other, or like I don't know, like they would like share money in some way. I don't know how, but like I noticed that I don't know. I got from that meeting that it might be important to like know other like sales associates.
It's important to know other realtors if they're in a different market that than you, because they can refer you business. So, for example, I know this agent in Knoxville, Tennessee, and basically all of her, she's in core business coaching for real estate agents,
Mm,
um, and she makes a lot of money. She's really good at she's really good with at what she does, and she gets all of her business off of referrals. So she just knows she lives in Knoxville, and she knows a bunch of agents in Nashville, and
yeah.
like all of Nashville agents that get business in Knoxville just refer her all of the business.
Wow.
And so she gets business from that, and then she gives clients like an amazing experience, and then just gets referrals off of that. So she's a genius, and that's off of like connections with agents in other markets that can refer her business. When it comes to your own market, like those are your competitors, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't like be friends with them or be nice with them, but if you spend your time talking to other agents, like I don't see any way that's gonna get you anywhere.
Hmm.
If they know somebody that's gonna sell real estate, they're gonna sell it.
So how do referrals work? Because that's
So
something that kind of like caught my ear for some reason.
so if I actually did a deal this way. Somebody that lives in Illinois reached out to me. Well, actually, I reached out to her and I was like, I actually, when I first got into real estate, I reached out to every single contact on my phone and I was like, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell? Anyways, I found a lady that is looking to buy that I used to work with at a Starbucks in Springfield.
Hmm.
And I knew an agent in Springfield from when I like was, learning about, should I get into real estate? Should I get into this industry? Should I get in this industry? And one of the guys that helped me out, I just referred this lady that I worked with to this guy. She ended up buying a house, and I got 20% off of his commission
Really?
from selling. Yeah,
So that's good.
but on his end, because he networked with me and helped me out, and then I knew somebody that was looking to buy,
He got 80%
he he got 80%.
because he made the sale.
Yeah,
Is that negotiable or is it always 80/20?
it's negotiable.
Yeah. Okay.
But 20%, taking 20% is the going rate. But I've done 25. It depends on the scenario. So like if you've done a bunch of work with this person and like you still are kind of like their main point of contact, but this person's just like helping set up a search and like we'll do the paperwork, then you can charge like 50%.
Wow.
One time my mentor referred this racist lady to a white guy because the racist lady didn't want to work with him and he took like 90%.
Really?
It depends on the situation and it's negotiable. Yeah.
Huh. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I think though that the team that I'm on is really like I feel like they have a really good understanding of of what they're doing. It seems like they're pretty well established and they've been in the real estate game for a long time. Um, I think um, my team leader is working on her, uh, just her. She already has her broker's license. I think she's working on her MLO license.
Oh, really?
Yeah. just for credibility, um, and to have that under her belt. And then uh, the other like team lead, because they're a married couple, Josh. Uh, he he seems like he makes a lot of like really big deals, um, all over Pensacola, really. So I'm excited to shadow him and see how he does things.
Yeah.
But
I'll say one thing though on that. The thing that's going to get you from 0 to 1 is nothing that's going to get you from 1 to 2. If that makes sense. So what he does right now is not necessarily the same thing that you should do. So that's why I say like join a coach, because for a living they take agents from 0 to 100, 100 to 500, and according to my like the guy I coach with, like getting from 0 to 100 is what you need to do like first, and the way he chooses to like teach people to do that is through cold calling. So like once you get to 100,000 though, that's when you start bringing in referral partners. That's when you start bringing in um
a hundred
like
thousand, like $100,000 or 100,000.
$100,000 a year. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then so that's when you bring in like ISAs, which are people that just like cold call on your behalf.
Oh,
So that way, like basically all you do is like you have these people setting appointments for you, and then you just basically go on the appointments, close, close them, and then basically like your job is just have all these ISAs setting appointments for you. And then basically your job is just to go on appointments, and then you have a transaction coordinator that handles all the transactions. So, I mean, if you're going on, 3 appointments a day, that's, and then having referrals too for referral partners. It's a lot of money, dude.
so I understand that I'm gonna have to do cold calls, but I feel
You
like
don't have
that's
to. You don't have to.
well, my team wants me to.
Cold calling who?
They just have like a program on the computer that just like cold calls people like one after another.
Like leads they have?
I don't know if they're like leads per se, but it's like contact information that they have of people who have like signed up for like,
Oh yeah.
MLSs or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah, that's no, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
yeah, which like I'm down to do that. Like it's not like I don't want to cold call at all.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I feel like that kind of way of like reaching out to people is not. It's kind of like a last resort. It feels like I don't feel like that's and it can be a way to like get genuinely like good business if it develops in that way where like you end up like really getting a good like um, client connection and taking really good care of them, and then eventually like they leave you a review and refer you
One
or
second.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Dang, my nose is so stuffy.
Sorry about that.
Packing the mail?
Yeah, this is actually a lockbox for one of my listings coming up.
No, it's not.
All right, bro. I'll prove it right now, bro. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I know, like, I'm not saying that like cold calling is the way to do things, um, because there's so many other ways to get business,
I feel like there's just more genuine ways to like make a connection with someone who's gonna
and
like.
that's the thing is like, you might, prosper when it comes to like open houses or
That's how I
when
feel
it
like I
comes
would. Yeah, I feel like.
or like if you can like put yourself in the church community and like
Yeah, yeah.
obviously you're not gonna shout from the rooftops that you're a realtor,
There's
but
already been several people in church who have like reached out to me about real estate meetings or like just the fact that I'm in real estate. So,
that's the thing is I know people on my team that like get a lot of their business from communities they're in.
yep,
I know people that do like they get a lot of their business from like churches, like from their church.
yep,
And the only thing is like that's a long-term thing. It's not like most of those most of the people you meet aren't going to be ready to do anything right now, you know what I mean?
uh-huh, yeah,
But if you have a big enough church and they know obviously like they're close to you,
yeah,
or they at least know that you do it and have had conversations with you and know you're a good guy,
mm-hmm,
then like that's a good way. All I'm saying is that being somewhere where here's the thing. I know people that make good money in every strategy. If I were to go to me a while ago, it wouldn't be like get into Brandon's coaching, which is who I'm coaching with right now. It would just be like get into coaching, like follow a plan that somebody has put in place. I wouldn't just like say, you know, and I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but like take a guess on what to do and see what like feels best. Like I think that it would be best to find a coach that aligns with your personality style. And for example, like I think if you have the church community, like I think, being in like Brian Buffini's coaching, who like is all about relationships and like letting the people that you know that you're a real estate agent and
yeah,
like just really like and that's super useful if like you have a big sphere and you could create a huge sphere of people you know
yeah,
in Pensacola. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Sorry, this is probably loud. You ready for this, bro?
I'm
Dude, it
ready,
looks like a burrito. Dude, what if a burrito's in here, bro? I'd be so happy.
bro. Is that Chipotle?
I wish, bro. I love Chipotle,
Oh,
bro.
I don't like Chipotle at
Like,
all.
what?
No,
Bro,
bro.
Chipotle is the best restaurant in
I
the world.
last time I, no way.
I'm
Last
not
time,
kidding.
last
I
time,
am not kidding, bro.
last
I
time
am
I had, last time I had Chipotle was in New York, and it it made me have food poisoning essentially.
Oh, come on.
Dude,
You can't say it's bad because you got food poisoning, bro. That's the best metric for knowing it's something's good, bro.
but I tried to eat it again in Nashville. Uh, nice. I tried to eat it
That's
again
so
in
pretty, bro.
Nashville. Lockbox.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
So what is that for?
It's so heavy, dude. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah, so
could
people
knock
can't break
somebody out
in.
with this, bro. Dude. Um, I don't know. I think if you gnaw on this for long enough, bro, you probably get through.
Bro's
Um,
a beaver.
this, oh my gosh. So basically I just like take this part off and then I put it on a door and I put the key in here and then um there's this app called Central Lock that you'll probably have to download at some point. And like you just press enter on the lockbox to wake it up, and then your phone will like unlock it and the key will be there.
Dang.
Yeah. Pretty sweet, dude.
So it's for house keys?
Yeah, it's just like when other agents want to show your listing, only agents have access to like the app that can unlock these. So
Okay.
whenever like a buyer agent is showing a listing I have, um, then they can use that.
So when a buyer agent shows a listing that you have, do they get paid
Yeah.
for it?
If they only get paid if they sell the house for me. Like if their buyer puts in an offer and we accept that and we close, that's when they get paid.
So why wouldn't you sell the house? Or why wouldn't you do the showing?
Because the buyer's agents work on behalf of the buyers, and all of the people that are on Zillow that are searching for homes, sometimes they'll reach out directly to me, but most of the time they'll reach out to a buyer's agent,
How
and
do
the
they get
buyer's
their
agent will.
information? Isn't it your
So
listing?
yes, but if you're looking on Zillow,
Yeah.
you
Wait, let me pull up Zillow so I can understand this better.
okay. If you so Zillow makes money off selling buyer leads, okay?
Okay, yeah. Buyer leads. Hold
So
on. Define that real quick.
go just pull up a listing on Zillow.
Yeah, I've got one right here.
Okay. You see how the biggest blue button right there is book a tour?
Yeah, request a tour.
You know who's going to be, showing you on that tour?
This listing, it will be, let's see, whose listing is it? Sorry, I don't know how to use Zillow yet. I'm getting there. Is it all the way at the bottom? No, it's
That's the
not.
thing. Zillow makes money off of getting buyers agents,
Oh,
buyers that
listed
want to.
listed by Lonnie Cohen, Keller Williams,
Yeah,
Gulf Coast.
yeah. And so Zillow doesn't want you to reach out to the agent directly, or else they don't make money. So they put it in tiny font under the listing. Um, but what happens is once somebody, presses book a tour, it'll say like, okay, what's your phone? What's your email? And then
And then
basically
somebody,
Zillow,
oh wait, hold on, go on.
basically a real estate agent will buy that information from Zillow, their phone number and their name, and then call them and be like, hey, you want to see this house? I'll show you there. I'll, walk you through the home. And then if they don't like that home, they're like, hey, here, let me send you some other homes. Maybe you'll like this one. And then eventually, hopefully, that buyer will find a, listing that they want to buy. And then the buyer's agent will write an offer and be their fiduciary throughout the process and close. And the buyer's agent gets paid. And then Zillow takes freaking an insane amount off the closing because they provided that lead. Does that make sense?
A little bit, but I just don't understand why, if I were Mr. Cohen in this situation, I would want all the calls. Like I would,
But they can't control that. Zillow is the one that has all of the market share. No buyer's going to, MrCohen.com and, looking at Mr. Cohen's one listing that he has and then going by agent, you know, listing by
it does
listing. They're
have
going
his
to
phone
Zillow.
number on here. It
So
has his
you
phone
can
number.
call him, but only about like 15% of the time does
That'll
somebody
happen, yeah.
directly reach out to the agent. Also, the listing agent has a fiduciary duty to their client, which is the seller. So they have the exact opposite of the best interest of the buyer. So
I
they're going to
see,
try to
but
be
but
like,
but the buyer could also reach out to this guy and they could do a, what is it called? What kind of transaction is that called? Where the
It's not dual agency.
no, I need to know this for my test. Um,
Intermediary,
it's the one where uh
mediator transaction, like where there's just an
where
agent that
the same
has a
agent,
transaction.
is it a single agent transaction where the same agent is representing the seller and the buyer?
That's dual agency.
Dual agency. Okay.
That's illegal in
Oh,
most states.
oh yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is illegal in Florida, if I
and
remember that term correctly.
it's legal in Nashville, but my broker won't let that slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh, why is
but that
that?
makes because it makes no sense. Like, how are you gonna represent the seller's best interest and the buyer's best interest at the same time? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as a representative, yeah, it doesn't make sense because you can't negotiate with yourself.
Exactly. It's like, oh, you should submit it. It's like you're talking with the buyer and you're like, you know, oh yeah, you should submit a lower offer. And then you talk with the seller and it's like, we should counter that offer. And then you talk to the buyer and it's like, you know, let's not accept that offer. We can, get them up. I know they have more room to go. And then they talk to the seller. Yeah, no, we should counter them. Like, it's just,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah. So in this situation, Mr. Cohen's actually representing the seller of this house.
correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
Um,
another thing that I'll say that has changed drastically. I don't know if you'll have this problem. I don't know, because you definitely look much older than me. But I had the problem of like people,
thinking you look too young.
thinking I was too young or whatever. Dude, when I wore a suit and tie and a watch to every single appointment and maintained a frame of authority and removed all the language where I was like, man,
Yeah.
bro, dude,
Yeah.
like authority professional, bro, that went away and my conversion rates went way up.
Yeah.
So I'll say that's another thing. Is like, dude, wearing like a suit and tie, bro. Now you might not be able to do that in Florida. You might die of a heat stroke. But
I've got some outfits that I bought though that are like just kind of represent that side of me well.
yeah,
It's not suit and tie because it's so hot here, but yeah,
yeah,
it's just like professional outfits.
yeah, yeah. It's tough to. I don't really know how to go about that. I have a friend that is in Florida. He's in like where SpaceX does all its launches. Do you know where that is?
Um, Orlando? Oh
It's
wait,
like it's like south of Orlando, I think.
Fort Lauderdale?
No, it's like some random town that nobody talks about.
Fort Myers?
I think it's Fort Myers.
I think it might be.
But anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but
What
I
he
was going
wears?
somewhere.
Is it something he
He has a
wears?
listing right now. He has a $1.8 million listing from cold calling
Oh
that he
wow.
has right now. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna need to figure out how to do this, uh, and how to use the MLSs.
Yeah.
But
Um,
hold on, it seems like to me, like if you were, hmm. Okay, so if you get the call for somebody who wants a tour of a house on Zillow, and you show them the house and you sell that house to the person you showed it to, you get 20% of that sale.
No.
I thought you said
So
Zillow takes 80%.
so it's complicated. So
Yeah, it is.
so Zillow Flex, like Zillow's program is really complicated. Like the first deal you do, they take like 60%. The first three
Oh
deals,
my.
they take like 60 or 40 or something like that. And then the next few deals, they take like 20. And then the next few deals, they like do a flat fee and then a small percentage. And it's really confusing. Um, and then also you have to pay your broker and you have to pay
Yeah,
your company and
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, sorry, I misunderstood your question. Yeah, you're pretty much right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically make like 20% off of that.
Dude, my first Zillow transaction I closed, I made like $2,500, bro, or $2,800.
But all you
And
did
like
was go and show a listing, didn't you?
I showed like three, but
3?
it's not like you just show the listing and like that's it. Like there's
Yeah, you have
negotiations
to
and
keep up with it.
yeah. Like I definitely spent a good amount of time.
Yeah, yeah. But it was probably like, was the process more than like a month long, or was it like,
It was a month long. Yeah.
yeah, dang, that's a
30-day
month
closing,
long. Jeez. But you've got
month and
other
a half.
stuff going on and in between that, huh?
Yeah, I did. At the time I did, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. It's not like taking up like a bunch of your time.
No, it really doesn't take up too much, especially because I had a transaction coordinator. Um, so she handled some of it.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah, it takes a month, but like a lot of that is not a
So what does a transaction coordinator do?
whole lot of nothing, bro. But they do help, but not
Dang, way to
they're not.
diss your transaction coordinator.
No, hopefully she doesn't watch this, bro. I know. She might follow me on Facebook and see me post about this.
Oh no.
Dude, I freaking hate these flies, dude.
So are they able to like take like phone calls and do negotiations?
They literally just like schedule the inspection and then
Schedule the
like
inspection?
like submit all of the like transaction info into like our document manager system, and then like they'll like write up an amendment if it needs to be written up, but like not really that much.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's just how it works on my team. Maybe like maybe I wasn't leveraging it as much as I could at the time, but I don't know. That's because I don't want it to be like they're working with my transaction coordinator. Like I want my client to be working with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they do some admin stuff that takes some put some time back on your plate.
Okay. Um, dang. It's just crazy because I feel like there's so many ways to, I guess, just make money in general in real estate. Like, there's so many ways you can go about it, and it's so like, there's so many nuances, and every situation's different.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, like
It's a hard.
I still feel like there's so many vocabulary words that I have no idea what they mean.
Well, to be fair, like the vocabulary words aren't super important. Like I don't think you should be worried about
But
that.
what about for my
Like
test though?
yeah, for your test, you do gotta be worried about
Yeah,
that because
that's
they.
what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, the test it was overwhelming. I'll say that.
Yeah,
But like, I'm sure you'll do fine.
yeah.
It's not. It's
I
not
feel
like
like I'll probably
impossible.
pass my first time because I bought this cram course. It was like $70, and
Oh, then you'll be chilling, bro.
it has like 5 or 6 practice tests on it. So and I can take them
Hey,
over and over
I
again.
think you're chilling, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You have 5 or 6 practice tests, then you'll be fine, I
Yeah.
think. It's like specifically for Florida, though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's worth buying like some practice tests, honestly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never
it's worth
did,
it.
but I probably should have.
Mm. But you
Yeah.
passed your second time, didn't you?
Well, I passed my national the first time. I just failed the state one.
Hmm.
And then I just had to retake the state one once, and then I passed it by a lot.
Hmm.
But I was definitely worried
Hmm.
when I first saw that. Like when I got on the test and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know half of these answers.
Dang.
These- I, no, you'll be if you did 5. The problem is I only did one practice test, dude.
Uh,
The first, I only did one practice test.
apparently she said like the practice tests that she's giving are like a lot harder than the actual state tests. So like if I pass these practice tests, then I should like go through the state test in like an hour. That's what she
Yeah,
said in the course.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it goes. Yeah, but well, it's been an hour. Was there any other questions you thought of?
Um,
We,
yeah, I mean, they've been like floating around in my head for the past week. I don't know. I just wanted to like pick your brain on real estate this week.
yeah,
That's really like what I was thinking about because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like a little like, I feel like I'm a little behind, uh, like coming into I'm on this team and I have no idea what a real estate transaction looks like. And I feel like sometimes I don't know, maybe people don't know what a real estate transaction
dude,
looks like.
nobody, dude. Here's the thing, nobody knows. Like, I still like. I've closed listings, I've closed buyers, but at the beginning, bro, I was like calling my broker like every day, bro. I was like, what is on? Dude, you just have to like,
Figure it out as
yeah,
you go.
there's some comfort for you. Like nobody has clue. Like I know people that don't know shit about like listing a home. Like they
And they're
don't even know how to
licensed?
like run the numbers, bro. And they're doing it. They're just like, I know this one guy, he's like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I just like make friends with people and then they just like buy a house. I'm like,
What?
what? And that's one way people do it. Like
Wow.
if you like know enough to be seen as an expert and you're like, super charismatic. And I think I tried to be when I first started, I tried to be like really charismatic and I like made people like me, like everybody liked me, but they didn't see me as an expert. But if you are like older and you also like, are wearing a suit and you kind of know what you're doing and you're friendly, then I mean some people kill it.
Mhm.
Like I feel like people that mentored me when I first started, like I probably know more about like how to get homes sold than they do just from all the coaching I've done. But they still like get more done with me because they just like know all these people and they're like super charismatic.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
But dude, I don't know how we end up talking about real estate ever. No, it's great. I love talking about it. It's just funny that like I think that's the one topic. You know what? No. You know what's interesting? Every
Hmm.
time we talk, it's like we at least talk about religion and real estate once.
That's interesting. I have noticed that actually.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, man. Well, Great podcast here, bro.
Yeah, dude. I think it would be nice to kind of like shorten the episodes down to like an hour. I feel like they've been going a little long.
I agree. I think that an hour is like the sweet spot.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we should like keep an eye on the time because once it gets past an hour, like I don't know, I feel like I mentally decline a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like people's attention spans just don't really like also I feel like just like people don't have that much time to listen to like a 2-hour podcast every day, you know?
Yeah.
So it's good to like get a nice little hour in. Maybe people can
Yeah.
fall asleep to our luscious voices.
Maybe. Luscious. I love that word, bro.
Last hour of our day, last hour of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I've been told I have the voice of an angel.
Dude, you have a podcast voice, bro, for sure.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, that's why you sing, dude.
Yeah, but
You got a good
today,
voice.
dude, I was stopped up. I'm stopped up today. I woke up and I was just like had a bunch of mucus and I was like, "Dang, dude, I'm doing a podcast this morning. I can't do that. Can't have that."
I couldn't even hear it, dude.
Mm.
I didn't notice you were sick.
I don't think I'm sick. I'm just like having allergies. Allergies.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Good podcast episode. Gosh, I know we do this every 2 weeks, but I'd still like to try every week and
No,
cut the
we should
episodes
try.
down to an hour long.
I think that's the move, bro.
Yeah.
I think that I now have it on my calendar to
Let's
like,
do can we do like early in the morning, like 9 a.m. on Saturdays?
yeah, that works for me. As long
Because
as it's like,
that's like the
yeah.
best time for me. I feel like sometimes during Saturdays, like kind of like the middle of the day, I kind of start to have stuff going on. And then I work in the evenings, so
Okay, so let's do 9 a.m. and just plan on that.
yeah.
Because I think the problem is like we're trying to coordinate it the day before, and then if we forget to coordinate it, then it's the day of, and then it's too late. And
Yeah, yeah,
okay, so
yeah,
let's just plan on 9 a.m. and then like we shouldn't even like text each other or confirm. We should just be on there.
yeah. Just send the Google Meet like or just like have the Google Meet
Same
set.
link. No, it's the
Yeah,
same link.
same
Same
link,
link.
same link. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
All
you
right.
better be here next Saturday at 9
All right,
a.m.,
I will.
bro.
I will. I won't even
You
have
better
to
have a
text you, bro.
working mic this time. I hope that you have the screen. I hope that you screen recorded you being on FaceTime for 5 minutes.
No. 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 It was working in OBS. It was picking my voice up in OBS anyways, so that's why I was
Do you
confused.
mean do you mean Optive brain system?
Octave brain scam.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I
All
almost
right, man.
texted you the other day. Wait, one last thing. I almost texted you the other day and was like, "Bro, have you Bro, have you had any fish home today?
Any what?
Any fish home?"
What does that mean, bro?
Bro, what do fish live in?
Nothing. The
Any cloud
water?
tears?
What? What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, water.
Oh, rain.
No, water.
Rain, bro.
Bro, it's just a meme that I saw is somebody said it was like water and then it was like something and then cloud tears and then fish home. I don't know why it was so funny to me. It reminded
All
me of
right,
the
bro.
time when it reminded me of the hold on, last thing. It reminded me of the time when I woke Julia up and I like handed her the donut and
You mean the ham sandwich, bro?
and no, y'all thought it was a roast beef sandwich. Like, good morning,
Dude, that
babe.
was
I
so
made you a
funny.
roast beef sandwich.
We gotta tell that story next time. Next podcast, we gotta tell that
Yeah,
story, bro.
yeah, I know.
I'll write that down.
Okay.
All right, bro. Have a good week.
All right, bro. You too. See ya.
See ya.